Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Now today I'm in the lap of nature. I think this is the place where I enjoy the most. I was I think I was born to be in between nature. It's just a travesty and it's a little sleight of hand when it comes to fate. Where I was born in a city, I work in a city. But I absolutely adore being in nature. Let me show you where I am. And then we'll talk about the fragrance I want to talk to you about today. So, here is the view of where I am. Just take this in. And you can see for as far as possible. You can hear the traffic. It's just beautiful. And I've been walking through there. And I'm headed that way. So that's to give you an idea of where I am. Now, let's get to the important business. Okay, so now you know where I am. Overlooking a beautiful valley. In the distance is the River Severn. This is what is known as the county of Gloucestershire. Not very far from where I live, and it's famous for producing great cricketers as well. But today I'm going to talk about this Rasasi Hawas. Now, this was released in 2015. I wish I knew the name of the perfumer, because by every stretch of imagination, this is one of the most finest fragrances created by Rasasi. Oh man, it smells like this. It's grand and it's fresh and it's just interesting. So, Rasasi, and I'll change the camera angle. So when it begins, Rasasi always does this to me. They create these amazing fragrances, and I just love talking about them. So this one is basically a very fruity and very aquatic to start with. This is compared to Invictus. I haven't smelled Invictus, but I understand Invictus came after this. That's what I read somewhere. But the scent itself starts off smelling like green apples, something fresh like bergamot, and something which resembles musk. So it's clean, fruity, and sprightly. That's how it starts off. It seems as if it's what's the big deal, yeah. But it's very, very eye-catching kind of a scent. It's one of those fragrances that is going to get you interested right from the word go. It starts off like that. It stays like that for a while because the fruitiness increases. In the middle stages, the fragrance gets a good dose of plum, and the plum smells as if it's man-made. So you can imagine it to be something like a plum concentrate would smell like. The apple is still there, the bergamot or lemoniness is still there, and there's a little bit of aquatic vibe to it which increases. So the aquatic nature after about an hour will grow. So it's like an aquatic splash of fruit juice. But it's not lemony, it's dominated by sweet fruits, as if a slush of sweet fruits. And if you remember, a while ago I reviewed Rasasi's Sharhaf, I believe. Yeah, Sharhaf, wasn't it? Which was like fruit juice. That's why I thought that Sharhaf was born here in, Hawas. Now, Hawas means passionate love, but in a negative sense of the word. It's basically associated with lust, and Sharhaf is similar. So I can imagine these two were born. Sharhaf was born out of this. But point I want to make is how this fragrance changes. The fragrance has a very healthy dose of ambergris, and it's dry down. It smells that alluring, musky, very attractive, non-sweet. It's quite sweet at the moment, non-sweet and clean. It's very clean, and that's what surprised me. It's also woody in nature. I believe it's sandalwood, but doesn't smell like sandalwood fragrances would. And just beautiful ambergris, slight fruity nuance, slight citrusy nuance, quite a bit of woody nuance. It's a mesh of things which you can't pick up, but the result is what counts, and the result is one that is going to get you hugely applauded. Even people will really appreciate your taste. This is one of those fragrances that will sit well with majority of people, and it just smells divine, really beautiful and pristine. As I said, it smells like this landscape, this landscape is so pristine and beautiful and fresh. It smells a bit like this, very pristine, very big, massive landscape. So let's talk about pros and cons. So the number one pro that I can think of when it comes to this fragrance is its acceptability. It's one of those people-pleasing scents that everybody is going to be happy about. Yeah, it's a massive compliment magnet, at least for me. And because it projects and lasts for such a long time, it's one of those fragrances that will stay in people's memories. Especially if you're going on a first date, it'll stick with a memory. It's just such a scent. So it's a massive crowd pleaser. Number one pro. Number two pro is the composition quality. It smells synthetic when you first spray it, and if you discard it at the very first spray or the very first sniff, it's your loss. It is synthetic, but it transforms into a very nicely made synthetic composition. Hence, maybe synthetic, but smells very good. Number three is the performance. This thing really performs. It stays on your skin for a long time, probably 14 to 16 hours. It doesn't project as much as I thought it did, but it still projects a lot. At the moment I've put 2 sprays. There's nothing here, but I can smell Hawas quite easily. Especially when I did this, this apple and the bergamot and the woods, I just got a beautiful waft of it. So yeah, it doesn't project as much, but it doesn't do that badly. In terms of longevity, I talked about it. Sillage pretty good. I put 3 or 4 sprays under my shirt. I can smell it whole work day, and you can wear this to work. It's not that juvenile. Yeah. So downsides. Number one downside would be that initial synthetic blast. Initially, it might smell a little bit too synthetic to digest to some people, especially if you're into niche fragrances. You might just think that this is a bit too sort of synthetic, man-made type stuff. I can't think of any other. I mean, you might think that this is a little bit close to Invictus. I haven't smelled Invictus apart from stores, so I couldn't tell you whether this is close or not. But yeah, I mean, it might resonate, that kind of a scent signature. If you already have Invictus in your collection, then you probably would think that this is not worth it. I still think it is worth it, but it's up to you. But in my view, this is one of those that will stay in your collection if you do tend to go for it. Now, versatility. Now, I don't think this is a very versatile kind of a fragrance. That's the other downside. I think I'll wear this to fun occasions, outdoor occasions. I've worn this to work and I didn't feel it belonged in the work environment. It's basically one of those scents which you wear when you are hiking, when you are with your friends, when you're having fun, when you couldn't care less what company you're in. You're in the company of nature. This kind of environment on holidays, even night outs, But I wouldn't wear this to work. It doesn't have that kind of versatility that you can grab and wear this to work. At least not in my opinion. Although it's not very juvenile. Those are the 2 downsides I can think of. Now, price to performance ratio. This has become very expensive. A couple of years ago, this was available for $20. At the moment, it's gone up to $70 in the UK. So, value for money is medium. I mean, if it's touching the same price as Invictus, then it's not the kind of value for money that Rasasi brings to the table. So value for money is medium, I would say. I still like it, still love it, but medium value for money. Occasions, I think I've worn it in every weather. Winter, it works beautifully. It's not a summer scent strictly, because it just doesn't smell like summer wood. It doesn't seem like a summer scent, although the notes suggest, looking at the notes breakdown, you will see that you feel this is a summer freshie. But actually it smells the best in between weather, like the start of autumn, spring, late winter. I've tried it in every season. I think this is not a strictly summer scent. In fact, it's not a summer scent, in my opinion. Age groups, any age groups. This is one of the most beautifully versatile, one of the most beautifully made, great smelling fragrances that everybody should at least sample. So it's pretty versatile when it comes to age groups, and it's just a joyful, happy, relaxed, big-hearted scent. Big-hearted is the word I would like to use again and again for this one. It gives a lot. So marks out of 10. I think, in my opinion, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Removing one mark because of that initial synthetic blast, and it's not a masterpiece, but it's not far off. So 9 out of 10. Hope you like the review, fellas. Take care. Bye bye.